Hi, and welcome to How Ines Rolls. You can see I'm in my car because I am heading to WinCo. So let's go together. How about that? So it's been about a week since I have been to the stores. We do have still a couple of things, like fresh items, but I'm really needing and craving more freshness. So we're going to go see what we can get there, if I can even get in. Our local area, the governor has shut down pretty much non-essential businesses. And so a lot of places, food places are open, gas stations, the housing industry, like those kinds of things. But all the hotels on the strip are closed. Like it's getting real, guys. So what our stores have been doing as of late is the first hour is letting, I guess it'd be called like disadvantaged people and senior citizens go through first, which I totally support. I just think that with it being, I think today's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. I think it's not 2 day. I think they go Monday, Wednesday, Friday on all of these things. So I should be able to get in, but I don't know still how long the line is. And probably like the rest of you are seeing numbers of people testing positive for this. Like it's skyrocketing at this. It's starting to see the big numbers. So I just want to make sure that we're going to be okay for the next couple of weeks. So we have enough food, I know, for a week, for sure. I just want to make sure we have even a little bit more and have some of those fresh things that I need to still get for our family. But to say that I'm a little nervous, yes, of course. But we got to do it, right, guys? The line to get in. So there's the front of the store. Goes all the way back there. Oh, goodness. All right, I was able to get in with the cart. Let's see what I can get, you guys. All right, you guys, I got out. Everybody was in really good spirits. However, you could just sense that everybody is like trying to hustle. And there's so many things picked over. But I was able to get a lot of stuff. And I give it to the employees there because they were hustling, trying to get stuff back on the shelves. And they even had all of their freezer sections were blocked off because they were reloading them. So if you're coming in like the next couple hours, hopefully you'll be able to get a lot of stuff from the freezer section. But yeah, I think we did good. And I'll show you what we got. Okay, here it all is. It was kind of a mystery what I was going to get. So I had a list and I couldn't really go by the list because I just went up and down the aisles thinking, what is it that we've eaten in the past? What is something that I can make something into a quick recipe? And I'll show you what I got and tell you how I'm going to use it a little bit. First up, we got toilet paper, nearly gone. Really, it was like the last crates at the bottom, maybe like 20 left. And I got a big pack of Diet Coke. That's comfort food. And a lot of this is going to be comfort food or easy for my kids to make. Or myself to make for meals. So let's start unpacking. Also, I get paper bags. If you're new to my channel, I get paper bags as of recently because we recycle. So I put all of our recyclables next to the sink, and then I just have them put it in the recycle bin outside, and they just throw the whole bag in. Jonas brought this bag in, and he said he was a big fan of what was in this bag. Okay, first up, I got a tremendous big bag of French fries. Now, this isn't normally the ones we would get, or I actually prefer tater tots, but because I can make those into like just some casserole type dishes. But this one will be okay, especially with the kids. And so just eating those, we have some hamburgers I'm getting ready to unpack here. It'll be a perfect side. Plus it'll last hopefully a little while. I also got some green leaf lettuce and some carrots. Now, if you have carrots or celery that you haven't used in your refrigerator, you're like worried if it's gonna get a little soft, I'm gonna have to throw it away. No, quickly cut them and chop them as you would use them in a casserole or in a soup, and put them in a freezer bag, get them in the freezer, and then you can just throw them right into a pot of soup or a casserole, and it doesn't have to cook for very long because they've already softened up when they reconstitute, so to say. So I've just already done that, and it's a life hack. I also got some the salad. We'll probably have to use it in the next day or two. I got some broccoli, so you could do the same thing with the broccoli. If you haven't used it, chop it and flash freeze it and then put it in a freezer bag. Now let me tell you why Jonas was so excited about this bag. Got a little snackies. I thought those were kind of fun to try. I only got one pack, but look at this. They had these, you guys, these are my favorite. And so they have the chocolate inside, and it's just $1. So I usually get these at the Dollar Tree, but I was so happy WinCo had them. I didn't take them all. I just took 5. Let's hopefully they'll last longer than a week and a half. Okay, you guys, I got a big bag of licorice just because I just want to kind of put out a little bit of something. I have these little candy dishes back here. I just put a little bit of something out just so that the kids could have a tiny little bit of stuff. And then I'll be more in charge of the rationing part of that. So hopefully this will last a little longer. Plus, I got 2 of these barbecue chicken teriyakis. This is so good. So I'm just going to probably make them one at a time. They have a serving of 4. And you can add vegetables and then have it with a side of rice and make it a much heartier meal. Trader Joe's has one of these that is very comparable, and they are delicious. Okay, next bag I got some milk. So I'm gonna take a little bit out of this milk and put this actually into the freezer. Did you know you could freeze milk? So just take a little bit out because it will bulge. So that way it gives it some room to expand. So I have a little bit already in the refrigerator, about this much of this size. So we'll just have a backup. This is our favorite drink. Actually, Ezra's, he loves this. And I do half water and then half the juice. I picked up some more sour cream. And here's the burgers. Now, these ones are not the ones I normally get, but it will have to make do for now because I couldn't get into the freezer section and it was on the end cap. So at least I could get some. I got some corn tortillas because, you guys, I love eating this cheese with the corn tortillas. So this is a Mexican cheese that it will crumble so good on corn tortillas. It's kind of like when you have avocados. Avocados flavor is enhanced with things that are corn. That's why people love it with corn chips, guacamole. Okay, I got some of these. I got 4 of these little I just saw these by the register and I thought Paul could have those for treats and snacks because he is trying to do gluten-free. I got a couple of these bacons because I wasn't able to get into the freezer section to get a bunch of meat, so I got this and then I got something else. I got some teriyaki sauce because one of my sons had mentioned they would like that. And then I got some orange chicken sauce, which will just be super easy to put on some cooked chicken, right, you guys? And then I got some more of these gluten-free bars for Paul. These were the only ones I could find in this flavor, or any flavors. So I got those for sure. All right, so I got some breads to put in the freezer. This one I might keep out. I haven't decided yet. But these are only like $1 to $1.50. So it's such a good price to kind of get some things and put them in your freezer. You can make them into some French bread pizza, or as we've been doing, I'll cut like half of it and then slice it and put it in a toaster with some garlic bread or butter and just have it with our dinner. So some good stuff. Plus I got some hamburger buns. So those will all go into the freezer and we'll use them as we need them. I got some more paper product, and I really do love the paper towels at Costco, but these ones can also be cut into the sizes we need. And I just got some Kleenex because I think we were running low. You could probably hear some clinkling and twinkling or clinging in the background because the boys have already gotten the other box of the Honey Nut Cheerios. So this is our family favorite, and this is really why we use milk, is for cereal. I got some of this, some tortilla chips, and some pretzels. So pretzels last, like in our house. I could put them in little baggies, which I do kind of to make it last longer too. But having like a handful of pretzels, it fills me up. Let me know if it fills you up too. I got some canned goods. These are like Rotels, and I got 4 of those to stock up. And they were only 64 cents at WinCo. What a great price. And I got 4 of these green chilies, which we have regular petite cut tomatoes in the pantry, so I can make my own Rotel if I run out. Now I use a lot of Rotel in different things like soups and casseroles. It's good stuff. All right, the Zatarain's. I got 3 of these boxes because I couldn't find them before, but I found them at WinCo. And this yellow rice is so good with my chicken cheese with corn in the crock pot. You just pretty much let the chicken cook in the crock pot, like 4 chicken breasts, and you use a container of cream of chicken soup. And then when it's fully cooked, you cook this box of rice, add it in there with some cheese and a can of corn, and it is so good, you guys. I got a large pack of English muffins. Kobe and I, and even Jonas and Ezra, will like the breakfast biscuits or the breakfast muffins. Some of us prefer it with egg, some without. But you guys, this is a really great go-to breakfast, and I like to cook them a couple of days in advance. So I'll wrap them up, keep them in the refrigerator, and then just let the boys heat them up in the microwave. I also bought some egg noodles. Now, the pasta was almost non-existent there, but there were some of these on the bottom, which are great for making chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. You guys, that is so fun. Okay. I also got, I think I showed you this, but maybe if I didn't, just some red vines. Those are some really good go-to snacks. And we're getting near the end. Okay, here's the last parts. So I got some nacho cheese sauce. I thought that would be super easy to just make some nachos with those corn chips. I got some chips that would go also in there. I got the regular chips because I thought if we wanted to make some dip later, we could definitely use that with some carrots. The kids really like that. This may be excessive. I got a big thing of Hershey's. Paul and Jonas, they like having a little bit of ice cream. So if we do get some, they have this. But I also got this because I bought some non-fat instant milk for recipes or for drinking or whatever. So I do have bread recipes that require a little bit of milk. So this was on my radar to get. I'm super glad I found it. Okay, so I got a couple of these dinner mac and cheeses with like the squeeze. You know, it sounds gross, but it's got the cheese already in there, so it's ready to go. Our family really likes this one and prefers this one over the Kraft where you mix it in. So if we have to use them, we'll use them. I got a couple of these. These are going to be great for like just adding them to meals. So if we are running low on some meats, this would be great with some potatoes and cheese, or just adding it into some pasta. Picked up another ketchup because I do like to make barbecue sauce, so that's what this is for. And I got some cookies. I love their WinCo Girl Scout imitations or dupes. I guess they're more dupes, huh? So here's the fudge ones. Here's the lemons. And then I love the taste of their animal cookies. It almost has a slight lemony taste to it. It is delicious. You know, for a few here and there, I think it is worth it. And I think all of those were about $1.50 each. I picked up some more bananas because the ones right here, you can see they're nice and ripe. So I'll be making some of those gluten-free cookies, those breakfast cookies with the chocolate chips and the oats, just for our family, and it's good for breakfast. I picked up just some more flour. Now, this is not always the flour I like to use. I like to try to get like the integrity flour. But you know what, guys? We are making decisions right now, so just get it if you need it. And that way, if you're needing to make some bread, I'm going to be ready to go to try that. I also picked up a couple of these brown sugars. They're small, so they were like 70 cents each or something. And then I got some Parmesan cheese. I got some sliced cheddar for Kobe. He loves having some cheese sandwiches. Now, I couldn't find Kraft singles for American cheese. They melt so nicely on a cheeseburger, but I did find the deli one, which is probably even better, don't you think? And then I just picked up some medium cheddar. You guys, that was $163. Whew, I feel like I got a lot. What do you think? Tell me in the comments if I did pretty good on what I got. I know a lot of it is going to be comfort foods, but right now I had a list, and if you're lucky to find everything on your list, pat yourself on the back. I just kind of went through, and like I said, just kind of went out there. You guys, everybody is making do. I get it. So if you can keep your family fed for the next week or so, you are on a good path. So, and for the friends who are waiting for checks, or just do the best you can, reach out to a neighbor if you feel like you can. I've been checking on our neighbors on our block too. We have a family that's next to us that are a little more on the more mature elderly. So I wanted to just touch base and make sure they had enough food. But do that for your neighbors, friends, and be willing to just share a little if you can. So thanks so much for stopping by. Stay healthy, everyone. Drink lots of fluids, get some good sleep, make good choices about your safety, like I tell my class. Anyways, have a wonderful day, and I just care so much about you. And so stick around, rollers. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. Bye, everyone.